The whispering drums. I remember it clearly. The night was still, save for the occasional cry of a far-off hyena. The moon hung low in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the village of Ndeko. It was the kind of night where even the wind seemed to hold its breath, as if it too were afraid of the secrets about to be uncovered. Our village had always been proud of its sacred talking drums, known as the ngoma ya ukweli, drums of truth. They were said to have been gifted to our ancestors by the spirits of the forest, a bridge between the living and the unseen. The drums were kept in the shrine at the heart of the village, guarded by the elder priest, Baba Kofi. Only during festivals or times of great need were they played, and their deep, resonant sound was said to carry the voice of the ancestors. But everything changed on the night of the eclipse. The drums speak. It started with a low, mournful beat that echoed through the village. At first we thought it was Baba Kofi summoning the council for an emergency meeting. But when we gathered in the village square, the shrine was empty, and Baba Kofi was nowhere to be found. The drums continued to beat, their rhythm slow and deliberate, as if they had a life of their own. Then came the whispers. At first, they were faint, barely audible above the drumming. But as we stood there in the moonlight, the whispers grew louder, taking shape as words. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized what the drums were saying. Chuma. The land you stole cries out for justice. Double asterisk. The village in turmoil. For hours the drums exposed one secret after another. Kwame, the fisherman, had been mixing river water with his palm wine to increase his profits. Asha, the seamstress, had been overcharging the women she disliked. Even Baba Kofi, the revered priest, was revealed to have taken bribes to perform favorable divinations. By dawn, the village was in chaos. Neighbors accused each other of wrongdoings, friendships crumbled, and families were torn apart. The once close-knit community had been shattered by the weight of its collective sins. But the drums were not finished. My family's secret. I stood in the square, trembling as the whispers grew softer, then stopped altogether. For a moment, I thought it was over. Then, the drums began again, their beat steady and ominous. This time, they spoke my family's name. Ayo, your blood is not pure. The child you call yours belongs to another. My heart sank. My wife, Dada, clutched our son to her chest, her eyes wide with fear. The villagers turned to us, their faces a mixture of shock and curiosity. I looked at Dada, searching her face for any sign of denial, but she avoided my gaze. My legs felt weak, and I sank to the ground, unable to process what I had just heard. Is it true? I whispered, my voice barely audible. Dada hesitated, then nodded, tears streaming down her face. I didn't want to hurt you, she said. It happened long ago before we were married. I thought the truth would destroy us. It felt as though the ground had been ripped out from under me. I wanted to shout, to rage, but the weight of the revelation left me silent. The whispers from the drums had spoken the truth, and there was no escaping it. The aftermath. By midday, the drums had fallen silent, their task complete. The village square was eerily quiet, save for the occasional sob or murmur. Baba Kofi finally emerged from the forest, his face pale and drawn. He explained that the spirits had awakened the drums to cleanse the village of its corruption. The ancestors demand truth and justice, he said. Only then can we find peace. Over the next few weeks, the village worked to rebuild itself, both physically and spiritually. Chuma returned the stolen land, and Mama Jalia was banished for her crimes. Baba Kofi stepped down as priest, choosing to live out his days in solitude. As for me, I forgave Dada, though it took time for my heart to heal. The ancestors had shown us our flaws, and it was up to us to decide what to do with that knowledge. The ngoma ya ukweli were returned to the shrine, where they remained silent. But every now and then, on a still night, I would hear a faint whisper in the wind, reminding me of that fateful night and the power of the truth. And so, the story of the whispering drums lives on, a cautionary tale passed down through generations in the village of Ndeko, for in the end, no secret can remain hidden forever. not when the ancestors are watching.